Welcome to Ash Variety News, the only reliable and true news source, and we have some breaking news. So let's not waste time. Take it away.
Echoes of the turning point. In the crisp autumn air of Orem, Utah, on September 10th, 2025, the sun hung low over Utah Valley University like a reluctant witness. Charlie Kirk, all of 31 years old, stood beneath a banner that read, "Prove me wrong," his voice cutting through the murmurs of 3,000 students and activists. He was in his element, rapid fire, unyielding, dismantling what he saw as the liberal illusions of the day: immigration, gender, the soul of America, topics that had fueled his fire since he was a teenager, boycotting cafeteria cookies in high school. But mid-sentence, a crack shattered the moment. A single bullet found its mark, and the man who had built an empire from a car ride home from Rockford, Illinois, crumpled to the stage. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share with your friends. The world froze. Phones lit up with frantic posts. Trump from the Oval Office called it a dark day for our republic, flags dropping to half-staff as if the nation itself mourned a fallen sun. Vigils sprang up from Phoenix to Vienna, where far-right echoes chanted his name. Yet in the shadows of those flames, whispers divided: martyr or provocateur, hero of the young right or architect of division. Charlie Kirk's legacy wasn't etched in stone. It was a battlefield, much like the campuses he conquered. Born in 1993 in the leafy suburbs of Prospect Heights, Illinois, Charlie grew up in a world of moderate Republican parents. His father, an architect who helped build Trump Tower; his mother, a former trader turned counselor. Presbyterian pews and Boy Scout oaths shaped a boy who devoured Milton Friedman at 13 and volunteered for Mark Kirk's Senate, run by 16. High school wasn't just classes, it was a proving ground. He penned essays for Breitbart on textbook bias, boycotted price hikes with the fervor of a future revolutionary, and dreamed big enough to apply to West Point, only to pivot when rejection came. Community college at Harper lasted one semester. "Why waste time on a degree when you can change the world?" he'd quip later, dropping out at 18 to chase the fire in his gut. That fire ignited Turning Point USA on a whim, co-founded with a Tea Party mentor named Bill Montgomery in 2012. What started as a scrappy counter to MoveOn.org ballooned into a juggernaut. Chapters on over 2,500 campuses, rallies drawing tens of thousands, a war chest topping $100 million by 2025. Kirk was the spark, executive director, fundraiser, provocateur-in-chief. His "Prove Me Wrong" tables became legend. Viral clips of him schooling woke students on free markets, limited government, and why the Civil Rights Act was a huge mistake that birthed DEI tyranny. Critics howled. Southern Poverty Law Center branded him a spreader of xenophobia and white genocide myths. But to his army of young patriots, he was the voice that made conservatism cool again. MAGA hats weren't punchlines. They were badges of belonging. Trump saw it early. At the 2016 RNC, where a 22-year-old Kirk spoke to thunderous applause, the future president spotted a kindred spirit. "He's got this army of young people," Trump would say, praising the kid who mobilized students for Trump and turned campuses into battlegrounds. Kirk leaned in hard. false election fraud claims after 2020. Buses to D.C. on January 6th, 7, not 80 as he later clarified, pleas of the 5th before Congress. He blamed single motherhood for black gun violence, called transgender care an abomination worthy of Nuremberg trials, and warned of Jewish donors funding cultural Marxism. Hydroxychloroquine as a COVID cure-all got him briefly banned from Twitter. Climate change was a hoax peddled by pagans. His podcast, The Charlie Kirk Show, racked up 750,000 daily downloads, second only in misinformation to the wildest corners of the web. Yet beneath the bombast beat a devout heart. Married to Erica Francevy, former Miss Arizona and faith clothing entrepreneur, in 2021, they built a life of 2 kids, Instagram devotionals, and Turning Point Faith, mobilizing churches for